Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today I want to be talking on this beach of a man, Reno and all. And I've always had my issue with this guy. Okay, I haven't talked about him because I feel like he shouldn't be given much attention. And surprisingly, for someone who has activists in his portfolio, it looks like as if he misconstrued the is it cholesterol that he gets from, or the highness he gets from being acknowledged by people, or the validation he gets as a supposed good man that makes him think that activism is the same as imposing your shady, one-sided point of view on people and double-standardness. I feel like this is what he thinks. So, yeah, there was this tweet. I haven't talked on this because I wanted it to sink in. And you have to understand, once upon a time I used to get peace in this kind of nonsense. But nowadays, going through my journey, understanding human nature, males, how they think, and how lack of accountability trickles down to behavioral dysfunction in our society, lack of accountability, lack of good leadership, and all. So sometimes I really don't take things personal. But because I have this channel, I have to bring a lot of things here. And plus, I talk about things that matters to me, and especially issues that affect Nigerian women. Because, like it or not, I am from this place. And things directly or indirectly affect me. Even if I might not be at the center of the hit. Okay? So, Reckonell, deadbeat. I call him deadbeat. Yes, he's married. But with the way he talks, with how low his IQ seems, I doubt he's a functional dad, because especially in Nigeria, a lot of men are baby daddies, whether married or not. They're baby daddies, but they're not fatherly. Okay, that's why you see the ripple effect, the chain reaction of what you're seeing in this Nigeria, the leadership, the religious leaders, and all lack of accountability and all. So for him, he tweeted about women, like women, single mothers shouldn't attract sympathies from, I don't know, empathy or sympathy from men, and blah blah blah, trying to, like, indirectly jab women, our insecurity, already bruising security already, trying to do it because there are a lot of things going on in this nation. But no, as an activist, no, he didn't say it. But every time he keeps tweeting, if it's not about why side chicks are this and that, and he's obviously dealing with side chicks, but maybe to glorify his wife, to make her feel, gaslight her, to make her feel so important that she chose him. So all these things happen. So which makes me to ask, why do men think they have opinion over women's opinion or decisions? Why do they think they have opinion over our decisions and what we do with our body, our choices? Okay? Because the last I check, it takes two to make a baby. Now I know with the new new technology and all, you can, do surrogates and all. But not every woman is into it here. And some people also adopt. But it takes two. There's always an agreement. Even at that, it's still an agreement with your doctor. So if there is a sexual intercourse, but I want to assume that he's trying to slut shame women right now and victim blame women. Okay? So if two people in a relationship, whatever reasons their relationship might be, their reason might be for entering the relationship, are and they are both having intercourse, okay, with no protections, and even with the protection self, is 99%. Okay, the 1% that be 98%, the 2% there, they are sure. So you have to consider all these factors. So for him to come out like a father, someone who's supposed to be an activist, acting so clueless and dumb, acting like a bitch, acting like a woman, like not like a woman, like a little girl. Because if he channels this same energy and try to build men and try to talk to men to be good fathers, to be good leaders, If he channel all these energies towards them, things will be better. But most of the times, these men, they don't talk to men because they realize that men don't even sit down and take shit. Like, they fight. They come for you. If you come for them, they come for you. It's brutal amongst them. But because women are taught to be more submissive, okay, more submissive, and I expect her to take BS and nonsense because it kind of shows the fact that we are good women or we are virtuous women. I don't know how twisted that ideology is, and that's why I always advise women to tap into their dark side. So with all these things, you would think a man who I want to believe is exposed will constructively, in fact, he shouldn't even deliver pass his idea. He should talk to men, because if it is women among women, as you see, it's no secret. I always talk about this. I don't know if I've talked about this on this platform, but I'm like, women should guide their womb. I'm always for it, like, they should protect this men. That they shouldn't give this men opportunity to be fathers, because a lot of them are deadbeats. A lot of them have nothing to offer. A lot of them are babies. So that is why I kick against it. But there's some women get pregnant for different reasons. There's some women who get pregnant because they feel like they're of age and marriage is not working. Just like T-Boss. Okay, she decided to have a baby. She chose it. And there's some who will go further, go to the experiment to adopt. You know? So people have it for different, and some, they really thought that they were heading in a serious relationship, a ship heading somewhere. They thought they were involved in a serious relationship with a serious-minded, responsible man, and it ended up being that the man is a player, or for whatever reasons, he's not into it. Now, I understand there are some men who will have that choice, but still want to be present in the child's life. Not all of them, but majority of them, they choose to be in the child's life, support financially, and not like, what's the name of this guy? Oh, I swear his name is somewhere at the tip of my tongue, but I think I'll talk of him later. But this guy that distributed, he's supposed to be a billionaire. He works with Nyanya, like he has a track record of always absconding with people's money, not paying his artists well, or those in relationship always, like, even in one of relationship, I also found out that one of his baby mama that he keeps on dragging, that this lady has been helping his life, even sponsored this trip to and fro to come back, and he's there acting like he's a present daddy, father in their life. Oh, what's his name? Oh gosh. But just in case I remember, I will mention his name. But since I can't remember his name, I'll just go on with my message. But you get the point. And if you've listened to me a long time, I always say, pay attention to men. Pay attention so you can move accordingly. I still believe that women shouldn't give men their wombs, especially those who want to settle down, who wants the old traditional family, who wants to get a man, like, no. But if it has happened, you can always play your card where you can always end up in a meaningful relationship. Okay, and that's what this channel is all about. But if you haven't gotten into it yet and you're feeling pressure because of the trend, the baby mama trend, that is where I agree with him. Okay, it's getting too much, but we all know, okay, that it's not from a good intention. The reason he did it was to bash women. All right, the reason. But also, I can see what he's saying. I can see what he's saying, especially to the women who want to end up with a partner, who wants to end up in marriage, and who are still feeling like, because there's this message passed around that for you to get them, you have to get pregnant. Nah, it doesn't work. You can't tie a man down like that. If there's anything, you might even lose him quicker. And let's be honest, there are a lot of things wrong with this tweet. I don't just see a bitter man who is not necessarily, who is, I don't just see a bitter man who has lost his moral compass, or a man who has been enjoying the male kissing or male worshipping culture for a long time, that his brain has totally shifted, even though he could articulate his misogynal words, he couldn't necessarily, I don't know, I don't get a sense of awareness from his tweets or anything. and I feel like he lacks a lot of intellectual integrity in his tweets. But I want to focus on this because I don't just see an angry, a black angry bitter man because he started with a colorist talk. Let's talk. Because if a man was really building himself, securing his family and all, he wouldn't have time for this nonsense. Okay, now what did he say? That black women, like women, don't deserve a man's sympathy unless she is raped or widowed. Like the way he carelessly treated, like as if women, anywhere you see women, there should be "I was raped" written on their face, or "Oh, I'm a widow." Like, can you see how they intentionally write nonsense, but then again, understand that people really can be sensitive and they understand that women have been seeing their nonsense of lately. So he had to make it look like as if he was passing a message where deep down his real intention was just to bash, which has always done all his tweets. Like always nonsense. Like he says something, it look like as if it makes sense in the shallow surface, in the shallow face, and then when he in the surface level it looks like it makes sense, but once you look at it you understand it is so empty and shallow. So I noticed it. So first of all, I don't just see how stupid and unethical this tweet is, but rather how he tried to rub it into women and make us feel like we are responsible for men's stupidity, not just male stupidity, lack of self-control. So a woman has to be like, and he didn't even bash the men that raped, but you have to be raped. It's so stupid. But I don't want to go, I don't want to start talking about rape at the end of the day, because I know a lot of people is sensitive to them. All right. Not just that, he also typed a colorist. So he is not just a woman hater, but also a colorist. Black women are the face of baby mama. First of all, that's bullshit. Yes, I understand. There are reasons why women are even black women are big faces uh, 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 um um of baby mama, and that's because a lot of times black women have been neglected. We have always been the backbone of the family, and over there in the western country, when black women were yanked out of this country or other African countries, they took their slaves and all. They could only be they could only be used as the backbone of the whole community, but yet treated as nothing. And that was intentional programming of the colonial masters. They intentionally did that. Okay, and that's why you guys have to go do your research, read, because a lot of things that sounds like joke, they are really not joke if you dig deep. But then again, it takes someone with gumption, intellectual integrity, and just curiosity to know more and know the truth. Okay, but a lot of time, because of women are, because a lot of people are book smart, not necessarily they don't have the spirit of discernment. Because I don't understand why women still follow this man. Women still follow this one, and in the comment section you find out that even women are supporting him. So this man is a colorist. He's not just like, first of all, and he's a lie. Well, a lot of white women are baby mamas. But I will start with your celebrities, your favorites, so you understand how deep this goes. Let's start with the Kardashians, okay? The Kardashians that took everything from the black culture, made it their own, and immediately they wore the face of the body of a black woman and the lips of a black woman. All of a sudden, every features that has been used to attack women, black women that have been used to attack us and be weaponized against us, why men couldn't control their lust. Now every benefit we are supposed to receive, but because we didn't know who we are again, because we have always been the backbone of the community, receiving crumbs, little or nothing. So now these people are the face, actually, of baby mama. But if you say, okay, fine, I should leave Kardashians, they're known for whoring. Okay, let's go to your artist Iggy. And besides, And the truth is, I understand a lot of times. That's why I talk on this channel about being embracing your feminist. Like, you see, these men, they come directly. They know what they are doing. They just bash you just to keep you down, so you can be used. And so you won't question them when they're treating you anyhow, because you already feel have that inferiority complex. And if black men are being honest, especially Nigerian men, because Nigerian men are colorists, you'll be surprised how much of a colorist we are. Okay, if they are being honest, the reason why white men look like they are better is because their men have protected their community, which and their men have provided a space where women, even though white women are quite masculinist, but they are not seen like that because their men, their representation, the media representation, make sure they keep the women where they are feminine, they love interest, pretty and all, and even if they act like hoes, they will still be seen as this delicate flower. But we are not viewed like that because we are always bashed in the music, bashed on the tweets. Even Fela Baba, that most of his lyrics were misogyny. Like, we have always been bashed even by our best celebrities because that is the culture. So there are a lot of self-hate there. Maybe as I'm not having a lot of viewership because to an extent I'm breaking down and tapping into real issue. But one thing I understand and I know is this: people always come back to the truth, and the truth, my dear, will always set people free. So yeah, I would choose the truth on this channel. So you see the kind of intellectual dishonesty. They bash women for like being baby mamas, but do they ask why are women baby mamas? Did they ask this question? That's because, like I said, when they were yanked out of this country and other African countries, women have always, let's be honest, men claim to be logical, but most of the times you realize that they're not even that logical. The only thing is that they really can get away with a lot of BS because most of them have nothing to offer. And because a lot of times women are being bashed to, marry and all, and because our value is solely attached to us being with a man. Yeah, that's our value. So that's how we have been taught to let this play out. So because of that, a lot of women have decided to settle. Just like most of your pastor's wife, once you see them, you learn from them, and not knowing that a lot of these women are also desperate, angry, and bitter. So, in order to, hold the crown of this morality or being virtuous woman or holding down a man, a lot of women shot themselves on the foot or set themselves up because the society already set us to fail. Now, let's see. If you read How to Make a Slave, you see that how it was intentional to make black women look like they're nothing, but yet because they taught women to be so independent and all, and taught men how not to be. Do you understand? Like, even the strongest men, they broke them to be weak, like mentally, they are not mentally sound. They taught men, they intentionally programmed men not to be mentally sound because they didn't want them to rise up to take away everything they planned for. Do you understand? So in order to do this, a lot of women babied their sons. They coddled the man, coddled the men so much. And I understand it. It was survivor then, but now it is working against us. Because a lot of these men are not honest and they don't care about your struggle. They might come tweet something, tweet two paragraphs that look like as if they care about baby mamas, they're suffering, they're mental, but they really don't give a fuck. They just want to make you increase your insecurities, screw up your mind, and drop the nonsense bombshell. And the worst part is there are a lot of women who honestly look up to this man because they feel like, okay, he has a family setting, and which is, I don't know the rationality there because I don't know, even single men can say nonsense about women and women will listen to them but pay attention to them. But if a woman is talking about it, it's almost like they question your source and all. It's like, I am a woman, I get these things. We all play like this. And some of us have taken the L turn this into a lesson and are living abundantly from this. But hey, who am I? At the end of the day, you either choose to walk through the shallow path, or you choose to, grow up and, face the truth. And let these men take responsibilities and hold them accountable, because you can't keep on making excuses for this man. Okay, so he is not just a woman hater, but also rape apologist and also a colorist. And those people, they type nonsense without even thinking about it. So yeah, this is why I say he's a bitch. Because no grown man who has an empire to run, who is contributing to the society. Now, I understand in Nigeria you can make money in shady ways, I understand, but no grown man, if you're actually running, that's why you see most of these politicians, they tweet nonsense. And if Twitter hold them accountable, they ban Twitter from the country, because they are not thinking progressively. And these are the man you're supposed to submit to. And talking about surgery, please, we all know that this man, maybe the only reason he is against. So, the only reason he's against surgery is because he probably can never get those women. Or he just hate the fact. I don't know why bash women? Why? Like, you have no business. The only business you have is to work and that money. And if you're lucky enough and a woman chooses to spend the night with you, good for you. You celebrate it. But that is where it ends. You have no business. Because there is no good intention here. And a lot of women really will eat up what this man is saying. A lot of this feed into people's insecurity. What's your business with? Like, can you see he's trying to say some things? He's trying to sound like he is coming from a place of good intention, but really the main purpose was, I wonder how will I tear this man down? And I really wonder what his wife is going through, because, and his daughters. I really, what are they going through? This man is just as big, and he might be gay. Like, he really might be gay. And this is why I respect Bob Brusky, because he own up to, at least you know that if he talks like a bitch sometimes, you understand he's owning it. This man must be gay. Because there's no way a right thinking man will just come type something, especially in this dispensation, in this generation, at this day and age. You keep on talking like a bitch, and where is his wife here? I doubt this one even pay attention to. Okay, where is his side chick at least? Because he seems to always know so much about side chicks. So where are they? I have problem with this. But then again, ladies, pay attention. This is the kind of male you coddle. And the reason why all those women were baby mamas is because they coddled men. They never held them accountable. They wanted to settle down at all costs. So they they raise a man which you can't, but the man end up being a boy who goes out the only way he can, because as men, okay, men, their hunting instinct is to help gather food and provide. But when they are not doing it very well, when they cannot build a nation, when they cannot build an empire, guess what? They can't even build a woman, but they hold a woman because they think about it. What men think about is really cars and pussies. That's what they think about, really. Majority of them, they can deny it. Is okay. You still see them. They either bash you to make you feel so low to get it cheap or nothing, or either they can't afford it, pretend to be nice to get it free. Like, they do it either way. So if you like, denying is your own business. But at least with the reason why this men get away with this is because a lot of times women are not honest with themselves. We lie to ourselves a lot. A whole lot. We lie to ourselves. And you can lie to anybody but not yourself. Not yourself. And that's why you see most of black women are more intelligent than these men. They earn more money than these men, even though the society is set in a way where women earn lesser. But still, these women make it better than them. And they blame all the single mothers. What about the men that impregnated them? So a woman stays behind and decides to raise a child, you bash her. We don't need your pity, we don't need your sympathy, but I guess I'm just talking to my women out there. So they see this stuff and get themselves out. This is why, because they trap you. If once they see women are making better choices, because let's be honest, there are a lot of single women who marry successful men who take care of them, who love them better than anything. It has happened a lot. Example, Simi's mom. So at the end of the day, this man gonna tell you things to keep you down. A lot of this men worshiping women who don't even give a damn about themselves, will never protect themselves, will never love on themselves, but will always be pygmies, will also work against you. So the best thing is you have to make a decision. What do you want for yourself? And where do you get your source from? Where do you get your materials from? What do you digest? Which source do you go to? You have to be conscious of all these things. Because now is all man for themselves. Let's be honest, this is a dog eat dog nation. And no, I'm not saying women should go out there fighting like that. No. That's where your femininity come in, because your femininity gives you access to things that men can never dream of touching, even with their money. And that's why women are the prize. I don't understand why women get the idea that men are the prize. Men don't even want to be the prize. They get this money for you. They get it to build their legacy. Like, they need you to be the prize, because this is the only way they can even elevate. The best of the men have always gotten their inspiration from women. David G. D. Code, Tom Ford, even Bill Gates. All of them have always gotten this inspiration. They have always been, most of things, even down to your Coke bottle, is inspired by women's shape. So don't play yourself like that just because didn't have a good role male figure in your life. Don't play yourself like that, ladies. Don't. And you think this man will be honest with you? Especially when they have hope they can get it for free 99. So yeah, a lot of black women, this is the reason why they're the baby mamas, and that's why it's stopping now, and it's even hurting this men, because a lot of women have started leaving the black community, they are now divesting, marrying white men, because they realize that they have coddled these men a lot, and they are done, and they're feeling the effects. So ladies, don't shake in this your level of journey. They're feeling the effect, they're feeling the heat, they're getting it now. Of course, that's why they have to attack your security, your body, and all that. That's why men always shame their body. Because the same man that you shame your body about being surgical and all is the same man who want to tap it. And even want to hit it for free 99. But then again, women who go under surgery, they really don't do free 99 like that. Except the ones who went in because they hated their body so much. Even with that, it still can't build their self-esteem, so they might still be that masculinity dusty. Don't worry, I used to be a little bit of a masculinity. So some of them are deadbeats, some of them have nothing. So these women decide, okay, fine, I will do it on my own. So I think they should be given more credit. Because I feel like, seriously, because it's so now, is it taxing to raise a child? Yes. I feel like raising a child, you need both the masculine and the feminine force. You need both of them. But to be honest, if the father is not giving it, because you being a sperm donor does not mean you're fatherly. You might just be a sperm donor. And get out of the life, because sometimes some Some children's life, in order for their life to evolve very well, it's better for the father to be absent because he's abusive, a pedophile, a deadbeat, or a baby. And it's tiresome to raise another baby, especially a grown man who should be the protector, provider, and all, acting like a child. If you're desperate, that's why my problem with all these women proposing to men, I don't know what's happening. Like I saw a picture of a lady pregnant on bended knees proposing to the guy. No, this is crazy. And if you take what kind of guy, okay, the dynamic, what kind of man do you think this man will end up being? That's if the marriage even will end up working. Because a lot of the time women are acting so, and this is kind of shaming. Because of this kind of shaming, that's what push women to act so desperate. Especially ladies who are masculines, who have, especially all these masculine women who have for a long time been so independent, doing everything on their own. They lost touch with their feminine side, and they go ahead and propose or marry a deadbeat, marry another child, marry a feminine woman, a man who has nothing, no business to associate with a man. Because of words like this. And men should start shutting up, especially when it has to do with women's sexuality and all. If it is not to better us, if it's not to actively increase us, but instead bashing us and shaming us, shut up. Do something. Put your mouth in your wife's suck it up. Like, do something. Just shut up. It's annoying at this moment because they should be pouring this energy among themselves, but the only people they feel like they could throw this jab at are women. So I guess all I wanted to say is this. Males, to the boys out there, to the Dusties out there, to the Pookies and Rays, women don't need your empathy. You know what? We have survived this long, built ourselves, radically practice self-love because of your toxicity, your chauvinistic message. It didn't even tell us that. It really built us up. Okay? And yes, there are men out there. Now, before people start saying, not all men, of course I know this doesn't apply to all men. But I'm talking about the collective of Nigerian men. And we don't need your empathy, your sympathy, your backwash validation. We don't need it. It never did. We thought we did, but it never happened. And that's why most of these men really need to be, especially the responsible fathers. I know as you're going there hustling, try to create a relationship with your daughter so she won't seek out these males. And she'll automatically do something right. Even if she does it wrong at first, but she'll still end up doing it right because she has an exemplar as a father. So now we don't need your pity. Keep it yourself. We don't need your empathy, your sympathy. I think your wife needs your empathy because with the way you type, you embarrass her every time. You do embarrass her. You probably have 100 baby mamas and 20 side chicks and you keep making her feel bad anytime she questions. Because men like this is how they think. You make her feel bad anytime she questions your infidelity. Because people like you, your mind is so little and shallow. And you ride onto this misogyny and the entitlement, male entitlement that you have been benefiting from years. Toxic masculinity, this is what they call it, the height of it. So your wife should give your empathy to your wife. And your daughter, I hope she doesn't see what you're writing. I don't even know if you have children. Seriously, show them that love. Give them that empathy. But we over here, especially we over here who are leveling up, embracing our femininity, we don't need your empathy. We got it. You are all messy. Coming up with your hypocritical fuckery. Thinking we care. Oh, please, grow up. So yeah, this is where I'll be ending now. This is where I'll be signing out now. Have a great day and till I come your way next time. Bye. Subscribe and share too, remember.